This tutorial will focus on examples 1C, D, and E, solving linear equations using 2 or more steps. The first example is 1C. You have two options to start this. You can either expand that bracket or you can divide by 3. We do have a multiplication in here, so the option to divide by 3 is available to us. Now both of these options are perfectly fine, but the one that we choose to use depends on what is on the right hand side of our equation. If this was something that was divisible by 3, then I would be using this method, but given that when I divide by 3 I get an improper fraction, I won't use this method. Now, first step of what we're going to do then is to expand. When we expand, we'll get 3 times 3x minus or plus negative 1 times 3. This will equal 8. Simplifying that is 9x minus 3 equals to 8. Notice here that I've plus 3 to both sides. My next thing is to undo BIDMAS. So BIDMAS backwards gives me the first thing that I have to undo, which is this subtraction or minus 3. Undoing minus 3 is adding 3, and what you do to one side of the equation, you need to do to the other. This will give us 9x equal to 11. Again, BIDMAS backwards says that the thing I have to undo is 9x, which means that I'm going to divide by 9. This will give me the fraction 11 divided by 9, which is my end answer. Now any end answer that you have, you'll need to box it using a red pen or highlight it. Either way will work. And that is complete. Example 1D. Notice that we have a fraction, so the very first step when we're dealing with a fraction is to bracket both the numerator and the denominator. Once we've done that, it's now just a case of undoing what we've got on that left hand side. So we've got to divide by 2, so the first thing we're going to do is multiply by 2. When we do that, we'll have the 3 bracket 3a minus 1 equal to negative 12. Get rid of the times by 3 by dividing by 3, and we'll have 3a minus 1 is equal to negative 4. Now notice I chose the option of dividing by 3 here and not expanding this bracket because 3 goes evenly into negative 12, so this does work. Next step is to get rid of the negative 1, so plus 1 to both sides gives me 3a equal to negative 3. Divide by 3 gives me a equal to negative 1. That is my end answer, so put a red box around it and I'm done. Note that with this example I've gone over the length of my page, so I've drawn or ruled a red line down the middle and I've started back up the top. You must do this in any example that you use. If you do not complete it in one vertical line, you need to rule a red line and start again. Example 1E. Again, I have a fraction, so my first step is to put a bracket around the numerator and the denominator. However, it's not the first thing I'm going to undo. The first thing I'm going to undo is that minus 5, so I plus 5 to both sides, giving me 2c divided by 3 equal to 4. I still have a fraction, so I'm putting in my brackets. After a while, I won't require you to put those brackets in, but it is a good practice to start off with. My next step is to undo the divide by 3, so I'm going to times by 3 on both sides to give me 2c equal to 12. Divide by the 2 and I'm left with c equal to 6. I place a red box around it because that is the end answer that I have, c equal to 6. That is example 1 complete, A, B, C, D, and E.